Hey, this is KG Sports, and you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
Hot Facts with Robert Reese, people. Got a great video here. I want to give a shout out to Long Island Audit, Sean Paul Reyes. People, if you have not checked out the channel, go ahead and check it out. This gentleman is a First Amendment auditor who likes to de-escalate, train, and teach officers and help them with our constitutional rights. He does it. He goes to fight for transparency. He goes and does all of this other stuff. He's been arrested 7 times for going out there doing these things. Now check this out. It's gotten to the point to where in New York, New Jersey, all over, right now he has the chief of police, lieutenants, captains, all of them are sitting down with him. He is actually teaching different departments about how to interact with the public and First Amendment auditors and respect our constitutional rights. Now, I'm going to show a clip right now. Watch this clip of the chief who's going to be giving him some kind words. Now, he fought for transparency to have a sit down, okay? And they invited him in. Now, in my gig world, we have people that want to fight for transparency also, but they do it the wrong way. They do a lot of complaining, and no one wants to do what what he has done here. I want to compare and contrast. I want us to watch and see what he does, how he fights. He wants people to be educated. Now, people in the gig world are going to say, well, how does constitutional rights go into what we do? Well, don't you know that whenever they are going to vote for something in favor or not in favor of people doing gig work, they say it's constitutional or unconstitutional. You got to understand that. That's how I can tie this into the gig world. But watch what he did. We have many people who have tried to interview Tony Hsieh, the head of Uber and everything, but they shy away from asking the questions and the important things that everyone needs to hear. And they have not gotten to the point to where they're going to sit down with the other people themselves to figure things out. Now on DoorDash, they go out there and dash themselves the employees that work there a few times a month. That's what they do. But go ahead, check this out. He has the chief validating and thanking him. Watch this clip.
And a couple of times we got stumped. We're going like, this kid's there, and we don't know everything, and then you really have to dissect it and take it down to the granular level to figure out, if this is correct. And the law is the law, and it's pretty much black and white for most instances. So again, I thank you for coming here. I hope we could have a good experience, good dialogue, and we could learn some more from your experiences too. And I'd like you to critique how we do our training and see if we can do something better as well. So thank you for coming here, and I won't take up too much more time.
Now you just saw the chief giving some mighty, mighty, mighty good words, right? But here's the thing. Here is some of the things that Sean Paul Reyes helped them realize. Watch how these officers treat him, the ones who don't know their rights and our constitutional rights. They don't know what to enforce or anything. Take a look at this clip here, and there's many more of these clips. They are breaking down incidents like these and going over them. He's changing the way police are policing the community. Take a look at this. This is what we got to do. Bring it to him like this. Check this out.
Prohibited from recording inside here. If you're going to leave,
can you calm down and
I'm very calm.
For what?
It's a crime to be filming inside of a police station.
Wrong.
It is.
He just told you that it wasn't.
Right there.
He just told you. The lieutenant just said that it wasn't. That sign is not a law. It's not.
It's a law in this building.
Are you recording him?
Yeah, I'm taking pictures and video for my safety.
No, you have to shut that off. It says right here, members, they're supposed to record him. So if you have to record, you have to step out.
This is 100% public. This is a public lobby. This is a public lobby. I'm going to ask you to de-escalate a little bit.
You need to go outside. You need to step
de-escalate.
outside because then it's handcuffs afterwards. So step out.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't. Hey, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. I'm going into my building.
Pay for this building.
Yeah, we pay for this building. That's right. We do pay for this building.
Step back.
I'm getting. Don't push me.
Put your hands behind your back.
Look at the law.
Stop resisting. All right. You were looking for this.
I was looking for what?
This.
Now, as you see, Mr. Sean Paul Reyes is very, very hands-on. He actually goes out there and does the work to try to, show what's actually wrong with the whole situation. In our gig world, we have people that sit and complain and complain and complain, and they talk about policies and all these other things, but they never want to go out there to get legislation signed or anything. They just talk. We have a guy by the name of Saying It Like It Is, and that's all he does. He says he's saying it like it is, but the action that you need to put forward is not there. What I have told him, and what many of other people have said, if you're not putting your foot down and doing the work so that they can see what's going on, you cannot talk about it. Now, I'm in California, okay? We have something that we fought for to get it put in so that we are all the way right. And for everything that they said was not right, they deemed it unconstitutional, and they granted us something in our favor. I had to get out there, get petitions signed, get people to go in the meetings and all type of stuff to help fight. These are some of the things you have to do. Now, because of those things, we got our California legislation, we got the governor involved, we got everyone involved, and they made these things happen. They had to have a sit down with lawyers. It got to the point where they have to have a sit down with lawyers, okay? And we got it done. Now, as you see what's going to happen right now, Sean is going to be in there speaking, and they're going to be going ahead. They're going to be going ahead and getting some information from him, but he's going to be explaining a lot of things. Go ahead and check this out. Now, in this clip, they're asking Sean about, his education. He's letting him know what he has done and things like that. But I want to get to the very next clip so you guys can see what's going on here. Check this out.
Millions of views about First Amendment auditors, like it's just a camera, relax. And his comment section was like full of officers like, what are you doing defending these people? What are you doing? And he taught me something, that law enforcement officers are professional peacemakers. And I've never used that term before he told me that. And when you really think about it, you are professional peacemakers. That is really the essence what your job is. You're here to keep the peace. That doesn't mean you have a lot of discretion on your job, and especially when it comes to these minor crimes, you have discretion that you could use. So and that's part of your job, is to use your discretion. So if someone's not hurting anyone, I understand that there are laws that you need to uphold, but again, discretion is a big key, and I think it comes down to the individual officer.
Now, as you see, the word discretion, those officers in that previous clip, the ones that were doing the bad things, they did not use any discretion. They did not use anything, okay? So when he was like, you guys are, peace officers, and, he calls them public servants, which they are, but they're peace officers, they're all that other stuff, but you have to be able to use discretion. We have delivery drivers in the gig world that say no tip, no trip. They treat the customers bad and everything else because they don't realize that they are a business, and they agree to allow another company to give you contracts so you can go out there and do your job. They don't understand how it works, so they take it out on customers and people like that, and then they're not using any discretion or any judgment or logical thinking at all, and then it backfires on them, okay? It backfires. Now watch what happens here after they did the thing with Sean. Watch this. Now, they're gonna let him go into areas that they refused to even let him go into before, even though that they are publicly accessible areas. But then they give him a full tour after they figured out all he's doing is trying to help everyone. He's helping different police departments right now, helping them with training. Watch what they do. They're letting him on the inside now with his camera crew to go in, and they're gonna be showing him. Now, you know how he says, they're always watching us, but we can't have a camera on. They're going to take him to the back room to where all the cameras are that are watching. He even breaks it in there. But when you do it right, and you fight right, and you bring the awareness to them to where they have no choice, But to accept, this is what they do. They have to take their foot out of their mouth, okay, and say sorry, and watch what they do. Now, after we watch this, I'm going to get into the gig world part, and we are going to compare and contrast, okay? Check this out.
This is our main communication center, so this is where when you call the North Bergen Police Department directly, the call is received here. Then they decide through the screens, like the chief said, we hold everybody accountable. All our vehicles are GPS to tell the speed, time, location. So it's very good in terms of dispatching people in an efficient nature. And then the supervisor has this board where he could see who's available, who's on a call, where they are.
En route, on scene, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll see I'm over here somewhere, see on the top, and then above that is the sector cars.
Okay.
So
Now you see, they said sorry, and when it was all done, they gave him a tour of the whole facility. This precinct here, this department is in New Jersey. So they're helping out the people in New Jersey actually be able to walk around and have a little bit better time out there, okay? That's in New Jersey. Outside of that, they invited him to go to a whole bunch of other police departments and everything else like that. But not only did he go ahead and help out New Jersey, but every other First Amendment auditor out there that's doing their job, he's stopping the police from harassing them, because now they're going to know exactly what's going on. And they should already know about the constitutional rights if you're going to be doing or having that job. But it's just like the chief said earlier. He said that we are the only job where we put you out there and you go and do it, you can end up in jail or be fired. They are the only job that does that. Well, since they are the only job that does that, they want the transparency to go all the way down from the top to the bottom so that everyone knows what's going on. And they even have special rooms if there's a First Amendment auditor and they're in a publicly accessible area, not even a First Amendment auditor, someone just in the public period. They now know how to not interview people in front of other people, which is a safety issue there. They take them to the side to where the victim will no longer be heard by everybody else out there. That's going to help a lot of people too. Okay, now I want to get into this gig world thing. Okay, they say, well, how does this tie into the gig world and everything else like that? It's like I said earlier, constitutional rights here in California. You know, they deem some of the things that they tried to have for the gig workers and what they say unconstitutional, so they have to make it constitutional for us. Okay, and it's just like the inflation laws that we have here in California. They ruled that it is not constitutional if the inflation goes up and the people out there doing the service jobs are not going to get paid or get their pay adjusted. They deemed that unconstitutional, so they made it constitutional. Here's what people got to understand. He's not only just helping the general public and First Amendment auditors, he's helping people like us in the gig world. Okay? He's helping people like us. Now, we have a gentleman by the name of Steve Rideshare Rodeo. His main mission is transparency. He's been in many debates. He's had them with Real Talk with Roy. He's had them with everybody out there. Transparency debates. And they really don't understand, you know, what real transparency is and how it works. They think that you are really an employee, but you are really not. Okay? You cannot have the transparency here to where you get to see while the customer is ordering, you get to see everything they are paying, then you get to see all this other stuff. It doesn't work like that. The transparency that you will receive is this, okay? We found your client for you. We found your merchant for you. We found the route to take that's most efficient for you, okay? For you. We found those for you. We let you see that. We let you see what you're gonna get paid, okay? And that's what you get. Now, what they take out is, for them doing all those things, you know, they take out some money there because they're doing the job for you. They're the agency doing the job for you, okay? So they are transparent with that. They give you the front end and the back end. They give that to you. That's transparent. You guys want to know if a customer is tipping you or not. Here is where the gig world screwed up. They designed this app called Para, which got banned from DoorDash. Why did it get banned? They were breaking rights and laws. People have a constitutional right to have their information private. What Para was doing is, instead of doing like what Sean Paul Reyes and many of us have said, bring the issue up to them in a way to where they're gonna listen. Don't do no tip, no trip. Don't bash customers. Don't do all that stuff. Do it the right way. Para was tapping in to people's private information and giving the driver all the information, if it was a tip or not included. Then they'll take the order or just leave it there, okay? That is definitely not what you want to do. Because of that, DoorDash and their team, they banned Para. Now, Rideshare Rodeo and the Para crew and all those guys are still trying to fight for transparency, but what they did, they made it very, very hard for them to go ahead to make it happen for everybody else in the gig economy. They made it very, very hard. They did it the wrong way. There's also another app, the Driver Utility Helper. This is a robot bot app, okay, that allows you to say, hey, you know what? Let's use Mr. Flex here. He's in a super metro area and he uses the Driver Utility Helper. Now, we do know in regular markets, the orders, okay, are outnumbering the drivers like 3-1. That's normally how it works. If you are in a super metropolitan area, let's just up that to like 5 to 6 orders more than what the drivers are able to do. So Mr. Flex, what he does is he uses the Driver Utility Helper. People say, well, what is the Driver Utility Helper? This app allows you to say, hey, I only want to do orders that are $10 and they're only going 2 miles. You put that in, the robot automatically snatches it up. Now, since there are more orders coming in than we have drivers, if you use that app and you are in a super metropolitan area, you are able to just snag all the orders up that the other people are not going to get because they're trying to go and get all these other orders, okay? Which breaks the rules and breaks the laws. They tried to go against transparency by using that also, okay? That's not what we have to do. That's not what we have to do. Now, they have a gig conference coming up. There's a guy by the name of Pedro DoorDash Santiago. They're doing it in Denver, in Colorado, but they're gonna have some people on there that have been deactivated from apps for trashing customers in their face. They have people that are going to be there that act like they eat customers' food. We got people that call the customers miserable human beings. He was just on there saying how he hates to deliver to hospitals, even though he was delivering to a whole hospital staff. We got people out there trying to have a gig conference to go fight for transparency, and these are the things that they do. Now, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but if you want transparency and if you want things to be better, you can't go do it that way. You can't lie, cheat, and steal like Eddie Guerrero. You cannot do that. You cannot tap in to customers' accounts to get their information out so that you can see what it is. Okay? You cannot do that. You cannot trash customers and merchants and say, hey, I'm not going to be going there. Everybody, don't go there. Don't go pick up. That's not what it is. Everyone is an individual business. And I want to give a big shout out to Dad Dash. Dad Dash just did a video a couple days ago. And it's the actual document from Uber, but the other gig apps like DoorDash and Grubhub and any other gig app, they use the exact same thing. It breaks down how you are not an employee, you don't work for the company, you are an independent contractor, they are the agency, you are your own business. You are your own business. How you conduct your business is how you do. How you conduct it in the community is how you do. He put it up, and there's people out there saying that that document is a lie. It's on Uber's homepage. It's on the Uber site. We got people that don't even want to believe in that, okay? Now check this out. This is an order right here, $14.25 for Stater Brothers for 2.1 miles. Picking up this order, okay? Picking up this order, they'll say, well, there's a tip on that. This is the order that is sent to this driver, who is my wife. That's her contract that they sent her, okay? That's all the transparency you need right there. $14.25, 2.1 miles. Now you go in there, you do your job, okay? You go do your business with the merchant, go do your business with the customer. The customer now has the ability to give you more because of your service based upon your business, okay? There's no way in the world the transparency that you guys want is going to happen. But if you do want that to happen, you got to take notes from Sean Paul Reyes. Take notes from the people in California. Take notes. There's other ways to get it done. Tony Xu was just on an interview with, I think it was the rideshare guy or the rideshare hub, one of those two, okay? He had Tony Xu right there, and he did not ask any questions. He did not even ask, hey, Tony, can we try to get something going together so that we can try to fix some of these things and we can get a panel of people on, and then you go ahead and set that up. Now, I don't mean a panel with Pedro DoorDash Santiago or any of the people that have bashed the customers and the merchants and the apps that they have a contract with. I'm talking about people like the same guy, the rideshare hub, rideshare guy. Go out and get other people. Go out there and get your driver Mike. Go out there and get other people like that, okay? Get people like that. I'm pretty sure that they send communications to DoorDash Diaries, who is Bentley Coupe. You got to get drivers like that. People like that actually know how to articulate themselves also, and they're going to know what the problems are that we face. DoorDash will say what they face, and then they're going to explain the whole business model so that the whole transparency on how everything works is there. That's the transparency you guys need to know. Some of you guys don't know an apple from an orange. All you need to know, and they need to tell you the full transparency on how you're getting your orders and how they're sending them to you. But guess what? DoorDash, the DoorDash Red dispatch system, it's already there. It's already there. My video that I put on there is one of the highest ones on the SEO. It is still there. And that means search engine optimization for some of you guys who do not know. It is up there. There's many more up there. We have broken it down. The DoorDash Revolution, myself, we have gone over the Lunchbox and Novodyne. We've even gone over, sorry, Torp, we've already went over this. There's merchants out there that have the ability to control the tip and give it to the servers. The servers think that, okay, the drivers are getting all the tips. So in order to make the staff happy, these merchants that signed up into that integration system, they're able to give most of the tips to their servers to make them happy, to keep pushing the orders out. Then you're able to go ahead and drop them off. There are merchants out there that have the ability to do it. And if you don't believe it, go do the research like we did. We did the research, and we were very transparent with you guys to let you guys know. Okay, this is the transparency that you guys need. You guys need to understand what you are doing and why you are doing it. Dad Dash put it up. He puts up a lot of things. He also puts up that he wants transparency coming in from the gig apps to show pretty much everything, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all, because all they have to show you is what your contract is, not what they are getting and how they don't have to show you any of that. All they have to do is show you what your contract is. Now, will that ever change? I don't know, but we have to change, and we got to start doing it the right way. Putting it out there, having comparisons from like I did this, our community to someone else that did something. If we put this stuff together like these other people are, then we can make something happen. Until that day happens, we're gonna have a lot of people crying and complaining, like the Pedros, like the Dinos, and like everybody else that says, no tip, no trip. I don't like top dashing. I don't like that. They ruin the game. Everyone like that. Everyone like that needs a makeover. Okay? And we got to do it right. It don't start with the people who are fighting already. Majority of the people think negative and they don't know how. It starts with all of you people. If it don't apply, let it fly. But this is Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Leave a comment. Okay? And at this GIG conference, you guys better have these CEOs and everything up there and have some type of round table to start it off. If not, what good was it for?